Hey, welcome to the Take Two Crew podcast. I'm your host, Scoop.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mike.
We back, man. It's been a little minute.
Yeah, we definitely had to jump back on quick, man.
Been a while since it's been me and you just on a show. Been about what, a couple weeks, almost like a month now, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, we did the One Gotta Go. Yeah, a month. It's been a month. One Gotta Go, couples, and then the fatherhood podcast. So,
Yeah, I think One Gotta Go was the last thing we did together. Actually, no.
Last
Dang.
one we did together was the Bro Code.
Bro Code. Dang, that felt like so long ago.
Yeah.
That was like part 2, I think, too.
It was part 2. So if you haven't seen any of our episodes, we are encouraging you to go to our YouTube channel and just binge watch, get our views up. Right now, we are in the struggling section of the video, and it's looking. We got some really good content up here, man. We almost got up to 10 hours of just a good, clean, free material, man. We'll love you guys to watch it. So definitely look into our YouTube channel, and then also, Mike, tell them about your YouTube.
Yeah, we just dropped our first video, Bet on Love, me and my fiance. It was actually a great show. We talked about dating with kids. I'm not gonna give it all away, but go check it out. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend, man, and definitely appreciate the love in the end.
Yeah, tell a friend. That's really y'all thing. Like, tell a friend. That's
man. That's getting T-shirts made with that, man. Hashtag it. Yeah.
We 33 now, man.
33, man.
Big
yes, sir.
What'd you do for your birthday?
I worked, man. Literally, just nothing big, nothing major. Just hung out with the family as usual. And just rocked it out, Sure. What about you, though, man?
I had to work. So I'm in training, so I couldn't take the day off, but I was able to get off early. So my wife brought me a mic, and some headphones are coming in soon. And so she was like, when I got off work, she was like, "What you want to do for dinner?" Just me and her. I was like, "Man, let's go to Olive Garden." She was like, "You can just order Olive Garden whenever you want to." And I was like, yeah. At that point, I wanted chicken Alfredo, but we ended up going to like Kobe Steakhouse. It's like it's like hibachi on an ocean for you. So we went to one over here, man, and the service was amazing. I'm like, why would I want to go to? Nothing against Olive Garden, because that's my go-to place, but I legit was like, I'm about to pass up this good food to just eat something I just eat on a regular basis. But
okay,
it was just a good time to sit, talk to my wife, brainstorm, and just have that alone time from the kids. Like, I think everyone needs that. You need to have at least a date night, if you can, like every other week, to balance out your marriage and your relationship. You don't want to get dull and just think that it always got to be about the kids or paying bills. It was pretty good just to sit down and just talk like we did when we first dated. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, you all in my Bet on Love episode right now, man.
Nah, my bad.
No, it's cool because we did speak about that as well. Sometimes you get so caught up in the kids, like at this point, if you got one child, I like envy you, bro. Like the struggle of 4 or 5 kids,
Bro, at least all your kids in the same state.
Yeah, you got me with that one. Yeah,
like
just trying like
before COVID, it was easier. Yeah. Like, because Elijah would come on holidays, summertime. We always kind of sit on the phone, but now everything is through Zoom. So even him coming this summer was crazy because they were like, if he gets here, he has to quarantine. No kid really understands that. They just realize that they can't go back to school, let alone not be around your family. But luckily, we tried to make the best of the summer. But yeah, man, it's
and that was the peak of everything going on at that time and everything too. So I can imagine how that felt, at the time with everything going on with the freaking COVID itself. It calmed down a little bit, Then it rolls back up, and right now I'm dealing with the aftermath of everybody with the COVID, you know.
Wait a second. Did you see the video from the? It's a gym in Belmar where he was on Baller Alert and he had little cue cards and he was talking about how they never shut down. They never shut down during COVID. They was fined. They was arrested. They got all these citations, and they're still running the gym.
Oh wow! No, I didn't know about that, man.
Yeah, it's legit in Belmar, and they just
probably is that Jersey Shore Fitness?
No, it's like a. I don't know if it's Jersey Shore Fitness, but I know that the gym is in Belmar, and they were talking about how they wasn't going to shut down because they needed to see science. They were like, we believe the science. There's no way we're shutting down.
Yeah, I heard that a lot of small businesses in the Jersey area took a big hit. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't show who he is. I mean, it doesn't show the name of the gym, but it definitely shows that this guy legit was he's talking about how they never mandated a mask until they got fined $15,000 by Governor Murphy. No, they got over $1 million in fines. The business license was stripped. They had the doors locked and barricaded. They've been arrested, 60 citations, and right now they have 84,000 visits, and they don't mandate masks. So right there in that area, that the shore area, you got a place just like not caring about the seriousness of COVID, which is pretty crazy. I sent you the video too.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yeah. And
I don't want to put it on here. The next thing you know, Ball Alert shut our video down.
Exactly.
Crazy, man, because
that's a big gym.
Yeah, and look, you got all them people in there. They're not.
Nobody masked up.
No one's social distancing. You probably can't even wear a mask going into that gym, honestly.
Probably not. That's probably one of their rules. Like, no mask. Like, no mask, no problem. So, like, we welcome the virus. Like, that's probably where they do their quarantining at.
We're supposed to be expecting a second wave to happen too, which is crazy. Are you gonna get the vaccine?
No. I will know. When I hear vaccine, I'm hearing like you're getting ejected with this stuff, and I'll pass. Like, actually, you know what? Around Thanksgiving this year, I lost my sense of smell and taste. But I kept testing negative. I don't wish that on anybody. Like,
could you have been like, is that considered asymptomatic?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So like, I had the symptoms, but I didn't have the virus itself to keep me out of work.
Yep.
So what ended up happening was actually this week when I returned to work, they were saying now we have to sign this waiver every day that say, no, I don't have a runny nose. I don't have a cough. I don't have, all this stuff. And I'm like, we should only sign this if we're testing positive. If we're testing negative, there's no reason to sign it because, I come there with a runny nose, with a cold. That don't mean I have a virus.
Yeah, but
now you're telling me I can't work.
I guess the way they're saying that that's like the gift in the. I mean, it's like kind of like a double-edged sword because they want you to be safe, but they're also not going to pay you either. So
no,
you don't go to work, you don't get paid. So just imagine how many people actually probably have COVID symptoms and they're still going to work because they can't afford to be at home.
Yeah, and what they're doing with us is my coworker tested positive, and they're making you use your sick time. Like if you want to pay, then you put in for sick leave, but you really don't know how long that even going to take to kick in.
Yeah,
it could take a week or so. Now you got 3 or 4 days left in your quarantine. Now you're back to work and you still haven't been paid yet. So that right there within itself is a problem.
Yeah.
So
everyone's affected. everyone's affected by COVID, man.
Yeah.
And it's like I see some of these countries that they've had procedures in place where they've been giving their citizens money consistently. It wasn't just a one shot thing. Whereas with America, they're like $1,200, call it a day. We don't know about when the second stimulus money is going to come. You know, if there's programs out here, people are abusing the programs. I'm watching it single handedly now happen. These people out here who are not affected at all, and they are abusing these programs out here, and they're not giving out the money to people who actually need it. So that's what I'm seeing on this end. But then you go into the whole situation about, like you said, you got to sign waivers to go into work. But if you have one of these symptoms and you can't work, what if you don't have sick time? You just missed out on a possible 8 to 10 hour work shift. That could be an electric bill. That's some groceries in the house for you and your family, man. It's like it's definitely a double-edged sword, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's tough, and that's what we're dealing with right now with this with the situation at work. You know, and right now it's like we're doing less with more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I need you to work more hours, but I can't get your mask cleaned every other day like we used to. You know, at work we got a pot where we write our name on our bags, throw our mask into it, and then we get it back by our next shift or something. But now is at the point where we like switching out masks every single day or every 2 days because we running around the whole hospital and it's becoming a bigger problem. When my coworker went down, I was the one taking on two tasks of work, taking on his workload and my workload for the last couple of days or so, voluntarily, but I was on the clock when I was doing it. So it made it like better for me at the time. And when we were doing that, I'm like, I'm taking people upstairs, coming back downstairs, taking people to CAT scan, running back upstairs to drop people off in the missions. And it was a lot, like it burned me out. And knowing that they needed the help, I was like, all right, cool. If I can help you out, I will. If I can't, then, I'm sorry. And they understood it, but it was definitely a major, major problem for us as a team, being one man down in that process right there. So.
Yeah, that's definitely heavy. And on our end, what we're seeing is that it's kind of hard to get people to come into work when the government at the time was giving them extra money. So now we're still seeing that now because right now, unemployment is still paying people. So,
yeah,
we're running stores. There's supposed to be 7 people. It's 3. And the customers are getting upset because they're coming in like they have these long wait times, but there's nothing that we can do about it because we are actively hiring people. Like I've never seen a company try to bring in so many people as I've seen now, like trying to host mass interviews and training sessions. But the problem is that no one wants to work or people are actually scared.
Yeah.
They're seeing COVID kill family members. So
yeah, they want to work, but they don't want to do all the hours. Like they rather do like I think to keep your unemployment, you got to do like maybe 20 hours, something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Why wouldn't you want to?
That's all they doing. It's guaranteed money. That's why they doing it. So it's making things a little bit harder for those of us who actually haven't stopped working. Like throughout this whole COVID thing, I haven't stopped working at all unless I was hospitalized for non-COVID issues.
Yeah.
It made a little bit issue. It made a big difference at the time of doing those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing people come in talking about, oh, he got, this big check. This lady was doing my hair one day. She was like, my unemployment just kicked in $1,800. I'm like, screw you, yeah. Like, my check was that much, but
I know somebody who got $15,000. $15,000 and when they did unemployment. That's what they told me. I didn't actually see the number, but they had the behaviors as if they had the money. Meanwhile, we're at work, man. Can't get an extra dime to save my life. But here you are, because you don't want to work, you just exploiting the system. I love it.
Yeah, I'm working through breaks, like everything, man. And then on top of that, coming home to be a parent, you like pulling that double duty with
Yep.
school and things like that. And then you got Christmas right around the corner. So this stuff isn't like for the weak in heart.
Are
You
you
know?
are you done Christmas shopping?
Oh, you know what? I've been doing a lot of Christmas shopping online.
Okay.
Tell you the truth, I've been doing a lot online because I haven't had the time to actually go out to do it. And I actually didn't want to go, truthfully. I ain't gonna lie. I'm too tired with everything going on with work. And, you know, then my freaking fiance, she tested positive. So that was another thing, trying to keep the kids in the house and keep them away from her during while she quarantines. Luckily it didn't last as long as it was supposed to because she tested negative maybe like 4 days later. So
Thank God, man.
yeah, and luckily she didn't have like the heavy symptoms that send you behind the the ICU. Sorry, call
Yeah.
them CCU. That's what we call it at work.
I
So
think when we're talking about Christmas shopping, it was easier for me to shop this year because I was working inside of a Walmart. So like, my wife would just call me, and then when she would show up, then we could just like on my break time, I could walk around and do the extra shopping that we had to do, or we hit the Target up. So, and then whatever the extra stuff we needed, we just had to get online. So it wasn't that bad. My biggest thing that I'm having an issue with this year is that now that we got the baby, like Savannah's 3, she talk about Santa Claus. Now the big kids know ain't no Santa Claus, but I don't want to ruin her. I don't want to ruin her joy because she sees Santa and she gets happy. So my question to you is like, what do you think is a good year at age to tell the child that Santa is not who who he's cracked out to be?
oh, um, you know what? I've never had that conversation with my children. Like from 12-year-old to my 7-year-old, we've never had that conversation. They just formulated their own perspective on their own, which I was like, okay, you know, they knew what it was when it came time for gifts. Uh, when they talked about Santa, I was like, all right, cool. After how black parents like, ain't no Santa Claus, I'm Santa Claus, shut up.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
ain't no white man coming here buying you these
Yeah.
gifts. So like, it
Like
was funny, but
my kids used to ignore me. I'd be like, Santa Claus not real, and so now I'd be like, so mom, is Santa gonna give me a Xbox? Like, no, Santa ain't gonna get it. Your mom and your dad's gonna get it. They're like, they don't care, man. But I was, well, how old were you when you found out that Santa wasn't who he cracked out to be?
shoot, I don't even know, bro. It's funny because Bangs Avenue, um, they did a great job with their assemblies.
Yes,
Like their
yes,
assemblies, like
man.
with truth, dog.
I
I
can still
mean,
think of the things right now. How many years was that? 25, 26 years ago?
yeah,
That's a long
and
time.
like their assemblies were like so fun and so great that you couldn't wait for the holidays, especially Christmas, just to see, you know, what was what. You know,
Mhm.
I think that they kept the spirit of Christmas alive in so many kids for so long that I'd probably say about like second, third grade is when I began to like, oh, that wasn't Santa Claus last year, you know.
Mhm.
Oh, whoa, 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 is this Santa Claus at the mall? He black. Like, so,
Boys Club be black too.
yeah, so,
It used to be Butch.
exactly. Actually, one year I had to play Santa Claus. I had cornrows, so it kind of like killed like the whole, the
Yeah.
kids knew who I were and everything else. So that was kind of crazy. But I would say around maybe like 8, like second, third grade, I was like, all right, I know mommy buying these gifts, you know. So and my mom's asked me what I want. I know she ain't going to tell no Santa Claus, directly. So, but I never was the kid to write a letter or nothing like that. I was just like, I get what I get when I get it. And it's kind of crazy because that's how I am now, being 33. I've never been really big on gifts. You know, I love blessing people with the gifts, but as far as myself, I was like, you know, you good? I'm good. You know, but now being older, I'm like, you know, I want to be appreciated more. You know, like I work hard. You know, I bust my behind for my family, for other people, and I want to know that this is appreciated. You know, the thank yous are good and things of that nature, but I don't want to tell you what I want for Christmas. I don't want to tell you what to get, because that's the case. I just buy it myself and write, you know, to Mikey from Mikey.
Yeah, but you want to be celebrated, not tolerated.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So I'm like that during that time, and even during this season, you know, it's about Christ and things of that nature. However, if you're going to spend the money or spend the time, a gift card isn't the way to go for me.
Yeah.
You know, that's the case. You was like, I didn't know what to get you, so I got you a gift card. Well, take that gift card, shove it up your ass. I guess I don't know. Like, you know, you see me all year round.
Oh man.
You see how I move. I tell you all year round what I need to get, and I never get it. So grab it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something where if you really gonna go out, forget my birthday. That's just like, you know, it's whatever. It's too close to Thanksgiving and too close to Christmas.
No, yeah, but I'm in December, like December 9th. Like it's been years where there's like I ain't getting you ain't getting a birthday gift. You either one or the other. And I'm like, all right, I take the Christmas gift.
Yeah, exactly. Like give me the excitement of opening up the gift like everybody else is. You know, so and then like as far as with my children, as like the older they get, it feel like their gifts get more expensive.
Yes, man.
So I'm like, yeah, what you mean? You know, like, yeah, you do realize I work and I do have 5 kids. Like, you know, my son like, I want a hoverboard.
I feel like when you say that to kids in their mind, they're like, that's not my problem.
Yeah. You're right.
Like, I wasn't in the room with y'all. So
yeah, like I think that's
because Scott be looking like, and I'd be like, yeah, I got other kids. She like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's about me right now, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like, it's definitely a funny way to look at it because they're like, all right, my son, he's like, I want this. I'm like, bro, you know how much that costs? Like, he's like, all right, how about this? I'm like, that costs just as much as this costs. Like, what do you like? I'm like, no, this is what I want y'all to do. Just all y'all just tell your older sister what y'all want. She's gonna text it to me, and then we good.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the list. I'm like, I gotta work every day before Christmas, bro. Like,
I'm counting overtime to see. All right, this gonna cover this. This gonna cover that. Now I'm like, okay, you want this toy? All right, I need extra 10 hours over here.
Yeah.
Like you said, it ain't cheap, man.
Not just the kids. You didn't even talk about your spouse yet. Like, you didn't even get to what you want to spend on your spouse, as far as, gift wise. And it's crazy because, you got Christmas on the 25th. Right after Christmas, you got New Year's Eve. And then after that, you got Valentine's Day. Where you like,
no lie, I used to be like, well, this is when I was trash. I used to be like, all right, well, Christmas, we got right around the corner, the rent due. So, we ain't getting nothing for Christmas. And then my wife is like, she's at Double Virgin, like, what that got to do with me? Rent come around the same time every month. But Christmas comes once a year. You've been knew Christmas is coming, and you talking about at the last minute, you're not going to get nothing. It don't work that way. Now, if you want
that's how we was raised, though. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, it's being an adult now, you're like, I got to put away $10, $15, $20. Oh, I got a little bonus. Or that whole bonus got to go to the Christmas bank. And now Christmas here, you're like, damn, I got all this money to spend. But all year, I ain't buy myself nothing. So,
yep.
Takeout don't count because,
you got to eat. But what I'm realizing,
so,
like, even for me, what I told my wife I was going to do this year is I'm going to try my best not to use a commission check unless I absolutely, like, if it's like a dire need, got to use it. If we can survive off the salary, then we'll be okay. We can just put this money to save up because I've noticed that what 2020 has shown me is you're not as prepared as you think you are. Even when you think you had it together and everyone's having all these classes, you could have had some savings saved up, but you wasn't expecting COVID to hit the way it did. So
That's true.
most of the people I know, um, they had some times where they were down and out, even for myself. But I was able to bounce back. But it's definitely what I'm going to try to do better next year is to going into next year is to manage my money better. So even because my wife makes wise decisions and I make decisions off of impulse. And when that happened, now I'm playing catch up because I got all these extra bills. But now moving forward, as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that it's time to work smarter and not harder. So that's why I see myself now.
Yeah, that's definitely the way I was telling my fiance the same thing. I was like, we have to get to the point where you teach me what you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though you older than me, I mean, I'm older than you. Um, I've always been the person that goes, I'm paying the bill the very last minute. You
Yep,
know,
no
like
problem.
all right, well, it's due on the 15th. I get a check on the 14th. You like, you good? I got you. But
Yep.
he's like, if I'd have handled it on the first, I got a little extra money to play with to do certain things that I haven't had opportunity to do before. And that's the point I'm at right now in my life where I'm like, this is my check. And I've never been that way. I've never been that type of dude that be like, all right, this is how much my check was. I'm like, mind your goddamn business. This is how much I made. You
Yeah.
know, like,
This ain't
you
gonna
know,
lose you, okay?
I'm like, how much you need for rent? All right, pay the rent. You good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sleep better now though. If my wife would be like, "Well, how much your commission check?" Oh, my commission check is $400. All right, okay. I was upfront. I was honest. So now, if when we start paying stuff, she's not like, "Okay, did he tell me this or did he tell me that?" No, I was up. I was I was I was being honest from rip, so we're good to go. So that's the
Yeah.
good thing about being open and honest about your finances now, because you're not having that issue, that the trust issue. That's the problem. Like if you can't be honest with your spouse and tell them exactly what you're making, that's the issue that you guys got. You need to talk about.
I agree. I totally agree with that. And that's how I was for a while, where I'd be like, well, I'm spending all my money, but you got all this money.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, you owe me like $1,000. But she like, no, I've been saving this. So I'm like, damn, you right. You know, I'm like, whoa. I said, you know what? We ain't married yet, so you know what I mean. You got your own nest. I'm gonna build my own nest too.
There's nothing wrong with having a nest. Like
Yeah,
you had to, when you brought the ring, you had to go what you already had.
true.
If she would have seen the drop in something, she would have realized, okay, what's going on. So you had to put a little money away. There's nothing wrong with that. And I do it now, man, because I want to just randomly bless my wife. So like her birthday coming up this year, well, in 4 months in April, I want to do something special for her. So I know that I can't start planning in March.
That's true.
So gotta have a plan. I started my plan 2 months ago. So now when I know that time come up, I already got the vacation time saved. So I'm gonna take these days off. And it's a plan that I got for you. No, you can't help me. I've already planned it out. But that's just me
Yeah,
putting more thought and consideration into everything. So
yeah. That's good. That's good. And I think my biggest problem during the past was that like I tried to use one check to do everything. You know what I'm saying? And then it don't work out that way for me in general, you know, because something else comes up
yep.
or a bill you forget to pay. You're like, shoot, now I gotta like dial back on what I wanted to do. Uh, and like being at this age of 33, I made a vow to myself to make this the best year of my life. You
Mm-hmm.
know, in a long time. I don't remember the last time I actually like enjoy being an adult, maybe sometime in my 20s, you know, because I was like work. You know, I wish at that age in my 20s, or when I first became a dad at 21, that somebody grab my hand and go and say, all right, well, look, you need life insurance, you need you need something for your kids, all of them. If you plan to have more kids, put money away for your children.
No, we had somebody telling us, we just didn't listen.
You know what? You're right.
That's me. Because like I had this a couple of days ago. Well, it was last night when my mother-in-law had a party for her birthday, and all my in-laws are there, and we just having a conversation. And I realized, like, yo, there were times when people were like, you should do this. And I was like, I'm not listening to you. I got this figured out. Now, the 33-year-old Tyrek is like, man, if only I would have just did what they said, it would have made sense. Like one story a few years ago, remember when this was 2015, my wife brought me a Malibu for my birthday.
Okay.
But I seen some land here. It was like I think it was about like 3 acres, and they only wanted like $10,000 for the acres. And I was like, man, I want a car. I don't want that. Now looking back on it, 5 years later, I'm like, man, I could have sat on that property. I could have flipped it. I could have done so much, but I could have never helped anybody. I should have made that decision, but like I said earlier, we had people there telling us to do it. We just chose not to do it. Now I'm listening. Like if it makes sense, I'm doing it. And if it don't make sense to me, I'm gonna step out on faith and try it anyway. Because I done done everything the wrong way up until this point. I'm here, healthy and alive. The least I can do is give it a shot now and see what happens.
That's good. That's good. You're right about that. We did have the right people, but I didn't expect those people to stay around.
Yeah.
And I always think those people had a hidden agenda like everybody else in life.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, you're gonna help me, but then now it's time to break bread and you got your hand out. But they were never like that, which is like kind of like great but scary at the same time. You're like looking back on it. But yeah, that's how I am now as far as with it. Like before, like my checks wouldn't even last maybe a week. From gas to 2 cars to insurance to car notes and all these things. I'm like, damn, I'm broke. Now what am I going to do next month? What am I going to do next week when I'm not getting paid? So teaching myself to spread it out, like to make it last a little bit longer has been something I've been doing on my own, and, the results is pretty good. It feels great when like your lady be like, hey, I need this for that. And you're like, oh, well, we're here. It ain't nothing like, yo, let me call somebody to borrow it or nothing like that. You're teaching yourself to do these kind of things. And we actually had a conversation last night about this where I was like, we a team,
Yeah.
And things have been going so great for us as a team. At some point we're going to experience a loss, and the way we handle that, it's going to make us stronger and it's going to keep us winning, or we're going to keep that winning formula down the road, but teach me what you know. I'll teach you what I know. And where we both don't know the answer, we have to go to somebody else who's doing it. Our friends don't have the answers because most of our friends look up to us. Most of our couple friends, that we, talk to, they're like, oh, I want what Mikey and, Quanique got. I'm like, shoot, well, sit down. We can have a conversation about this then. And then when I tell you what the formula of what we've done, you make the decision if you still want to follow through. But being in
everybody want what they see on the outside, but they don't want
the
hard work and the wins and the losses that come with it. So that's what I hate about Instagram sometimes, because you see like the finished product, but you don't know what that person had to do to get to where they're at.
That's true.
That's how it is with the relationships as well. Like, man, I look back on, Like if today, Facebook shows you like the things you wrote in the past. So
Yeah.
so today, 8 years ago, I left Florida to come back to
Wow.
Jersey.
Wow.
And I realize, okay, I left. It was God's plan why I left. Because if I didn't leave, then I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I wouldn't be remarried to my wife. My family wouldn't be together. So it is what it is. But when I thought about that day when I left because my electric got. My wife was like, "Yo, I'm not paying for no electric to be, and I don't live there. Turn the electric off. For me to get the electric on, it was $65.
Mm.
I owe my landlord like maybe $300 because my rent was only $550. And my car was paid, my insurance was paid, and my check, Mike, no lie, my check was like $1,800 after taxes, after I paid child support. My check was like $1,800.
Mm.
And I took the money and came to New Jersey. But I could have paid to get my lights back on. You know, like I could have did exactly what I needed to do as a man, but my mindset wasn't there. I was 25, young, inexperienced, not realizing that, I wasn't making the best decision for myself at the time. But it did work out, but it made me cringe this morning. I was like, man, I still think about it like I should have just paid. I should have paid my landlord, got the lights back on, and then I would have been good. My car was already paid for. I left the car here. Like I did some dumb things, thinking I knew what to do. And everybody was telling me, like, man, go stay, fight for your family. Pastor came here, trying to help me out. I legit was like, I got this figured out. I'm coming back. So, but luckily I did, because I did get to spend that time with my mother and my grandmother before they both passed. But like, think about it, man, I wish I would have made some better decisions when I was younger. So 33, like you said, I am willing to listen to somebody who got it better than I have. Maybe they can show me the way to do it, because we're in the same boat. You got people looking at you, and it's like sometimes I may not have the answer. You may not have the answer, but there's somebody who's been legit in our shoes that can help us get to where we got to get. And if you're willing to show me, I'm willing to listen at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm ready to, like, so long as, like, being the youngest, you felt like you were the teacher in a lot of situations, and now I just want to be the student.
Yep.
Now I want to learn what I need to know to get to the next level, not just for myself, but for my son, for all my children, so they don't have to go look at their mom's side of the family and be like, all right, well, Dad, they're doing it, but you're not. Whether they say it that way or however they look at it growing up, I want them to be able to see both sides and be able to make a decision on their own and make it be the right decision,
Because they got the formula.
Yeah, like, I can tell you everything wrong to do.
Yep.
And I'm praying my son doesn't want to touch the stove. I'm praying he ain't the one that be like, oh, Dad, I know you told me not to do it, but I did it. I'm like, oh, God, because I was the same way. It's like, man, like you said, that 20 to 20, 26, 27 range was like.
I was thinking like it's not 20, it's definitely 27 for me.
Yeah.
Definitely
20. Yeah, I was like, it was like they may have been good years, but they was also followed by a lot of crazy moments, that were like, I ain't gonna do that again.
Yeah, I realized I could have made some better decisions. So even now, like I know that I'm in control of my happiness and my sanity. So now I'm not allowing negativity into my negative thoughts are always going to pop up, but I'm not going to allow them to have me react the way I'm not supposed to react. And I'm choosing the people I want to be around. And I'm legit. I'm thinking before I make decisions now. I didn't do that before. So now I'm thinking, like, okay, this makes sense. All right, is it God talking to me, or is it just my ignorance telling me that I don't know what I'm doing. So that's where I see myself at now. So going into next year, that's what I want to do. I want to surround myself with people. Do you hear the toy?
Yeah.
That's Elsa. We got Savannah Mike, and that's all she want to do is sing. And she know I'm recording right now. She got the whole living room, the master bedroom, the kitchen. You can go sing in. She come right by the door and she want to sing that song. And as soon as I open the door, she gonna be smiling.
Hey, Daddy. You don't take off running.
That's what she do. She start running, Mike. Start running, man. She disrespectful, man.
Yeah, man. That's tough, yo. But that's definitely good, man. With what you said about, you know, about the way you grow up and about the changes you make and being at this age, the significance of it. You know, I feel like you said, I'm taking back, you know, I'm taking back the reins of my life, you know, in a different way than what I've done before. Like, you know, my approach is totally different. I got an old soul with music. I need to have an old soul with my mindset, with my money, with the decisions I make. Because now realizing that they don't just affect me no more.
They don't.
If I don't pay the bills, then we lose a home.
Yep.
We, you know, it's me plus 7 other people.
It was cool back in the day when you be like, yo, man, let me crash on your couch real quick. Because it's just you. Now I was like, yo, man, let me borrow a room because I got a whole family.
Yeah.
Here now that I'm supposed to provide for me. But because I was irresponsible, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Man, I can't do that no more.
You definitely don't want your woman and your children looking at you any old kind of way than what they already do when we messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Try to have sex with somebody else, other house.
Yeah.
I gotta convince you to have sex with me because I ain't pay the bills. Like,
yeah.
You know, babe, we're gonna get
now you're paying somebody else's bills.
Yep. But
temporarily.
The kids asleep on the couch, babe. So you ready? No, I ain't ready. I'm on the floor.
Yeah.
We're on a cot. Like, what are you talking about, man? We done broke the air mattress.
Oh man, I can't tell you how many times I done went through that, man.
Bro.
That's the worst, yo.
I done broke air mattresses and then got blankets to put on the floor. It ain't cool, man. That's how I lived in my grandmother's house, man. I'm a grown man, and she get up at 5:30 in the morning. I'm gotta get up trying to have a conversation with her. She don't want to talk to me. She want me out her house.
Yeah.
You come home, y'all sleep and relax, and she done worked hard, and just because you have a day off, she's pissed at you. So like,
oh man, that's the worst. That's the longest day ever when you off at somebody else's house.
Oh my gosh, man! Because I can't walk around here freely like I want to, because it's not my home.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here struggling, man. I don't wish that on nobody, man.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, dog.
Yeah.
Being 33 now, you got people, people growing up. Somebody's gonna watch this who's a youngin'. What's your advice to them in their 20s, whether they got kids, don't have any kids, or anything else of that nature?
If I had to give advice to somebody that's growing up, I would say listen to your. I know this sounds crazy, but listen to your elders, man.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to because if I would have just, I think I would have been done with my degree by now if I would have listened. And I wouldn't have had to pay for it because I had a scholarship. But because I didn't have the right people around me to like push me, I should have had more faith in myself, but I just didn't. I knew family members who had degrees, but I wasn't around them. I knew family members who were married, I wasn't around them. But if I would have surrounded myself with the right people or actually listened to them, then I think it would have been better. So for me, it would be to listen to your elders, fix your lighting, and just make sure that, you know what, when you make a decision, you're making it for the rest of your life. Because there's things now that I'm still paying for because I didn't do it the right way in 2008, in 2009. So even like now, like fixing your credit, don't get that $50 credit card and then just
oh my gosh,
Bro, pay that card off. If you live anywhere where they do cash advances at, don't take a cash advance. Ask to borrow the money from somebody if you ain't got it.
Yeah.
Or go donate blood or plasma. But don't take a cash advance, man. I got people calling me from 2008 like, yo, you took a cash. I'm like, I ain't taking no cash advance. I probably did, but you know what? It's after 7 years.
Yeah, that's
like
off my record.
the game.
That's
But
off my record there.
But charge-offs are bad. Like, nope. There were. I hate when I say nobody told me this. There were people who told me. I just refused to listen.
Yeah,
just like you said,
they was hating.
Yeah, like you don't know how to tell. I look now. I'm like, yo, they were telling me right. I just didn't listen.
Yeah,
and I don't watch so many opportunities just get thrown away because I was like, that doesn't make sense. But I just didn't have the mindset that I had now. And I'm pretty sure that as I get older, I'm going to make mistakes and look back when I'm 34, like, man, I shouldn't have did that when I was 33. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to make 21-year-old decisions at 33. I ain't going to do it. I can't now. My kid's watching me. My oldest is 5 years from being 18.
Yeah.
I'm not about to have him looking at me crazy or the other kids looking at me crazy like, yo, why is my dad making decisions that don't make sense? Like he's a college kid. I can't do that, man. So
that's good stuff, man.
That's what I would say. What about yourself? What would you say?
Man, I would say, yo, that failure is going to be your biggest teacher, man. If you actually take it serious, I can't think about how many times I messed up and still decided to stay down the same road. Like, all right, nah, bro, I got this. I know I ain't gonna do it wrong this time, but you did it wrong again. You did it wrong again. And you keep trying to approach it the only way you know how to.
Yeah.
Without actually, trying to figure it out a different way. It's like you playing a video game. It's a bad example for you because you put everybody on 99, and you get the best of the best. And,
I do.
So, it's like you're trying to play Sonic, you're playing Sega Genesis.
Playing on rookie.
Yeah. You remember playing Sonic and you get to the board where you're underwater. And it's a certain way to win that level. But yet you keep trying to figure out a different way besides the way that it's like only one or two ways you can actually get out this water without dying and all this other stuff. But you gotta slow down. You gotta slow down. And
pause real quick. Whenever Sonic dies, he does this. Boom.
Yeah. He does.
Like, why do we do that in life though? I done failed. Well,
yeah.
That's exactly what happens, man, which is crazy.
That's good stuff. No, that's good. That's definitely good. And like I said, we try to figure out our own way when the path is already laid out for you.
Yeah.
Whether you're not the first at everything, somebody else laid this foundation for you. You just have to find out who that person is and take what you know along with what they know and make a perfect equation. That's one thing I didn't do going forward. Like you said, right now I should be a business owner running my own after school building. Like, that's how I feel. I should have a degree. I should have 2 degrees right now in computers, and if you want to be cool, I'll take a minor in business administration, but it didn't work out that way for me.
Yeah, I was close. I thought I was gonna be teaching music, man. I was like,
I was close.
I'm gonna be a band director somewhere.
But I dropped the ball.
Yeah, life happens,
and it's okay to drop the ball. You just got to find out where it happened and pick up from there, but take a different route. So as anybody that's watching this or listening, failure is going to be your biggest teacher. If you actually learn something, if they would have told me at 21 that I'll be divorced or going into my second marriage, with 5 kids, I'd be like, yo, you're lying. There's no way you could see that coming.
Yep.
But decisions that I made that possible, and one of the biggest things I learned from getting divorced is you don't know everything. You don't know everything. Whether you're older than your woman, you're younger than your woman, you don't know everything. And there's certain things that you're going to have to lean on other people for to get you and them through the next level.
That's true.
So, that's definitely my advice, to anybody. I don't care if you're 30, I don't care if you're 28 and you still messing up. You still breathing. You still got time to get it together. So.
Yes, that's what I realized too. Like even when you think you got it wrong and everything is going bad, you still got an opportunity to get it together. There's always going to be a chance. So unless you're doing life in prison, but then if you are at that point, all you can do is try to educate the young guys or young women coming in so they don't make the same decision you making. So there's always going to be an opportunity up until death where you have a chance to make it right. Whether you take that decision is totally going to be on you, because I know people had plans for our lives that we didn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, man, I'm gonna be the biggest youth pastor in Asbury Park. Yeah.
Sound good. It was there. We were right there.
Wasn't ready though.
Yeah.
Wasn't maturity wise. Wasn't ready. I remember one Sunday we were supposed to. We couldn't mine because spirit was too heavy. So I got mad. Like, I ain't going to church this week.
Yeah.
And legit was like, yo, you missed out on your blessing because you're in the way of yourself. But it happened, unfortunately. But that's what I feel like. And now is that some people may have a plan for your life that's just not going to work out. But each day you wake up, you got a chance to be better than you was the day before that. So what are you going to do to actually make it make sense for yourself?
Yeah. You know what I learned? Like, they tell you like that working hard is the only way to get to the thing. You get to where you want to be.
It's not.
It's not. And that's true. I realized that there's discipline in everything. Mm-hmm. You can work as hard as you want to, but if you're not disciplined in what you're doing, you're just working hard.
Or if you're not connected to the right people.
Yeah. Yeah. Like when I was on my quest to lose weight, I was working hard, but I wasn't consistent and I wasn't disciplined with it, Like, okay, cool. Like, I lost 10 pounds. Oh, snap. McDonald's got buy one, McGriddle get the other one free. I'm like, dang.
McGriddles?
Yeah. I'm like, yo. And right now, it's like, even look at it now, we're talking about losing weight and, I'm like, yo, Burger King still got the 2 for $5 popping. Where I live at, it's two Whoppers for $5.
It's not bad.
Yo, and now Wendy's got it. And now McDonald's got buy one, get the other one for $1.
Yeah, that's how Sky gets chicken nuggets.
So I'm like, yo, discipline tells you, yo, go home and cook that. Go home and eat that salad, bro.
Yep.
Go home and, ride past Popeyes, even though they got the 11 mixed tenders for $15.99.
Why you know all the deals, bro? Why you know every deal, man? People just, KFC got the $5.99 bowl. Okay, all right. Popeyes got the mixed chicken. Okay.
Yo,
Mr. Pizza got 2 pizzas for $10. Okay.
Commercials, man. It's all commercials, man. But
yo, don't let me see you on a Burger King song singing about Whoppers like Mary J. 2 Whoppers, $5. Like, Mike, don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
I ain't gonna. Unless the money's right.
Unless the bag is right. I was about to say that. Unless the bag is right.
I ain't gonna discriminate.
But out here looking crazy.
Yeah, but these are the things that like are going to be in our way. Like, these are roadblocks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like in life, we're going to have roadblocks. You're going to be dating somebody, and somebody else that you think is better is going to be in the way. A better offer is always going to be on the table that you think, but you don't read the fine print. Behind it, you're like, dang, I just signed my life away. Now shorty pregnant. And I got to deal with it forever, and I don't even
I
like
got
it like that.
it ain't dealing with somebody for 18 years. Like
No.
like I got to deal with you for 18. No, I'm dealing with you for the rest of that child's life.
Yep, literally.
Which is going to be the rest of mine because they're going to outlive you anyway.
Yeah, and God forbid something happen where they don't make it, you still going to want to check up on that person anyway.
Yep. Now y'all forever soul tied together.
Yeah,
man.
and that's where we fail to understand that as individuals. You know, it's like, shoot, I hate you, but I got to deal with you.
Yeah.
You know, dang, why didn't I listen? You know, so those things are definitely situations where you have to show discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Have to show discernment. You know, for my Bible scholars out there, you know, you have to be aware of what's going on and figure out what's the best for you. If it don't feel right in your gut today, it ain't gonna feel right tomorrow.
Yo, sometimes the signs be right there.
They do.
And we just refuse to be like, nah, that's not real. Like, no, bro. You see the hazard lights on, and here you are still driving 70 miles an hour in snow. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. It's a reason why signs are out here. I remember, like, just like, I'm just staying on topic of paying attention. I was coming up the parkway, snowing, ice on the ground, and it says you can't take this curve without doing. You got to do 30 or under. I was doing like 50. I slid right off into a ditch. Camera went off in my car. My job found out about it, got written up. Almost lost my job because I wasn't paying attention. Or you think that you got it, but the signs are there for a reason. Somebody done been through the situation that you've been through. That's why the speed limit is what it is. Same thing for life. Somebody done been with you, they done been through things you done been through. It's probably people going through things now that we could be like, oh, yeah, I was there, but if you do this, like, I don't want to listen. But we were there, we did that too. And then, you know, mistakes happen, but I guess it's a part of life.
Yeah.
Man, listen, it's a beautiful thing to be imitated. Just can't duplicate it.
That's true.
Yeah, I think what we're doing now is there are many people are doing it. You probably can go on YouTube, type in podcasts, and you see two black guys talking about the same things we talk about. But ain't nobody gonna bring the flavor that we got, man. I know. I'm just watching. I'm watching them. I realize that it's a beautiful thing. Imitation is beautiful, but it ain't like the original, you know.
Yeah, it's like, you know, someone
said tastes better than great value any day.
It's like somebody gonna keep the same message, but it's all the way you receive it.
Yep,
it's that simple, and that's at the end of the day, it's what it comes down to.
And that's the fact that you're genuine. Like, I'm not about to get on no platform and tell you something that I don't believe in or something I haven't went through. There's no reason to lie. There's no reason to fake the funk. Just keep it straight real. We done been through some things, man. If you only know the half of our story, and not just with each other, just with life, like with your own family, with my own family, and your sisters, your sister and brother, my sisters. Like, we done all been through situations, man, and it's just crazy. So
yeah.
All right, Mikey. So let's both, for our 33rd birthday, let's go both in with a positive note. So I'll go first. So you can think.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that, man.
The look of your eye.
Nah, man, my positive note is simple, man. You know, tomorrow's another day, man. If you messed up yesterday, tomorrow's another day to get it right. And that's what it comes down to. Yep. You have to wake up with a mindset to be better every single day than you were the day before. Even if you did everything right today, tomorrow, do something else right. You know, that's it. You keep finding ways to be great at whatever you do, you know, and compromise along the way. That's it.
What it's going to sound crazy, but I remember somebody put up that a pizza box is square. The pizza itself is circle. And then the slices is triangle, which means that every situation, you can put multiple things together to make a great thing. But the beautiful thing is with that circle, they had to make a box for that circle to go in. So for me, is anything that's outside my circle is not important. The only thing that's important is inside of my circle, and who I decide to give the slices of my life to.
I'm about to steal that.
Yes, and that's what I'm doing now, man. I'm not going to allow any negativity to get into my circle. And if it's there, I'm going to remove it forcefully. And I'm not going to beat dead situations anymore. It's pointless. You can sit there and legit try to breathe life into a dead situation, and all you're doing is just wasting your time and energy. Live your life. Don't let nobody get you out your element, and control your own happiness. That's all you can do. Start with you. You can't fix everybody. All you can do is be positive, bring that positive energy to the table, and you just go from there. That's what I got.
Stuff, man. That's real good stuff, yeah. So everybody out there watching, those takeaways are definitely important. If you think it's something we missed, or something you want to comment on or chime in on, you know what to do. Like, share.
We will put you on the show.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, comment. Reach out to us. Let us know what you think about the show.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna be back for more. 2021 is gonna be a great year for Take Two Podcast, man. Yep. So look out for what we got going on. Look out for
one more episode before 2020 is over. It's gonna be
one more episode.
It's gonna be a special one that you will see, and then after that, man, we gonna take 2021 and put them in a bear hole. And that's it.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for every gift you sent our way to help us out. Thank you for every comment you sent to give us more content to talk about. We definitely appreciate it. And we're going to see you soon. Once again, my name's Mike.
I'm Scoop.
We're going to see you guys later, all right?
Take it easy. Peace.